Hi, this is Scott with the Hollinger Team. Thank you for viewing another one of the Hollinger Team video blogs. This one today is the third quarter report for Waterfront for 2017 with some comparisons to last year. I've written out some of the results here along with some comments along the way that I'll share with you, some interesting observations, a few trends, a few challenges that we can talk about. Starting out with Flathead Lake, there's right now there's 118 homes actively on the market. A little note here, 61 of them are priced greater than $1 million. There's 6 pending sales, and 3 of those are over $1 million. I'll talk about that a little bit more as we get through here. 36 sales so far this year, 37 last year, so virtually same numbers. A little bit of difference, I put these little numbers here. 5 sales over $1 million this year, 8 last year. So that $1 million plus market is struggling. I've got a video coming up because people have asked me so many times what's the matter. I have a video coming up that I'm going to share some of the what my thoughts are and a little bit of my experiences from past recessions when we saw similar things happen. And then lastly, the median was 640 this year, is 640 this year. Last year was at 700, so a little bit down, but not a huge drop in anything. And you know, pretty steady market there. The vacant land on Flathead Lake, there's 48 land sales currently, or land currently for sale, and there's 3 pending. This year, this is an interesting thing. This year, 14 closed so far, so land has been really strong on Flathead compared to 6 last year, which was about a 230% increase in land sales on the lake. Might be a little bit of reflection of the fewer homes for sale under $1 million and people just trying to find something in an affordable price range and get a start on owning on Flathead Lake. I always get asked, what's waterfront pricing at on Flathead Lake, and it's a broad range. It runs anywhere from some sales at $1,500 a foot up to, we sold one property that was 60 feet of waterfront and it went at $6,500 a foot. So really the average is probably more around $3,500 to $4,000 a foot if you were to just take an average of that. Swan Lake, there's 11 homes for sale right now, 2 pending. Interesting thing there is of the 6 that closed this year, 3 of them were under $475,000 and 3 were over $880,000. So we had this $400,000 gap where nothing was happening. Kind of an interesting little thing there. 5 sales last year, so about the same number there. Again, kind of on Swan Lake, 11 listings, 9 of them are over $1 million right now, and 2 are priced under $1 million. On the vacant land, there's 5 vacant properties for sale. They're all priced, other than one, greater than $375,000. So a little bit higher price range in those. There's 1 pending sale. 1 sale so far this year, 2 last year. So there hasn't been a lot of vacant land sales on Swan here for several years. And one of the things I made note of is in the last 2 years, these 3 sales were all under $300,000. So there's people shopping for very affordable lake lots, and the other ones are just kind of, well, they're kind of struggling. Yeah. On Echo and Blaine, there's 15 homes for sale right now. There are no pending sales on either lake. This year, 2 sales, last year 3, so pretty steady, not a huge stampede. And the same thing on vacant land. 8 active sales. There's only 1 pending sale. Interesting thing, it's over $1 million, so you never know when lightning's going to strike. And so far this year, both lakes, we haven't had any closings on either Blaine or Echo. On the lakes west of Kalispell, Ashley, Bitterroot, and McGregor, there's 7 properties currently on the market, 5 on Bitterroot and 2 on Ashley. Oh, I'm sorry, that's of the pending sales. There's 5 pending sales on Bitterroot and 2 pending sales on Ashley, no pending sales on McGregor. There were 11 closed homes so far this year, and there's a little interesting trend I'll share with you here in a minute. 11 homes that have sold on Ashley, Bitterroot, McGregor, and I just did Ashley, Bitterroot, McGregor. 3 sales, 4 sales on Bitterroot, and 3 sales out of McGregor. Last year there were 7 sales, so you can see there's a little bit of a difference there, a pretty good jump, almost 50%. And there were 3 sales last year on Ashley, 3 on Bitterroot, 1 on McGregor. Kind of an interesting thing, and I just made this little note here, 50% bump in these sales here, and the inventory is going to be kind of interesting because when you take the 11 closed so far plus the 7 pending, that's 18. There's 16 remaining for sale right now. So at this point on these lakes out there, we have less than 1 year's supply based on closed and pending so far this year. If this number goes up, then this is going to be even more pressure there, buying pressure out there with the lack of selection. 20 lots for sale out on those lakes there. There's 1 pending sale on Bitterroot Lake. 5 have closed. All 5 of them were on Ashley Lake. No sales so far this year on Bitterroot or McGregor. There were 4 sales last year. 2 Ashley, 2 Bitterroot, McGregor, 0. So kind of an interesting thing. There's 11 lots for sale on McGregor right now. So there's good, for somebody that's looking for some shopping, McGregor might be a place to look. And then lastly, Flathead Lake condominiums. We have 42 currently on the market. There's 2 pending sales. This year we've had 30 closings on condominiums on Flathead Lake. The year before, 38. Median last year was 305. Median this year is 370, which I thought, I just wrote a little note here, kind of interesting trend. A 20% increase in median, but a 20% decrease in the number of sales. Anyhow, I'll be posting more information on our website on that. So if you have, want further information, it'll be there. Play this again if I went a little too fast for you. Thank you very much for sending in and calling in with great questions. We really appreciate that and find it fun to talk about some of these things. Please feel free to continue to do that. And thank you very much for viewing Hollinger Team blog.